Hey guys, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on Black Bullet episode 13. This is the finale, the final episode. Pretty crazy to be honest. And the episode starts off with pretty much a recap of all the important things that happened in the last episode that lead up to this episode. And at the end, of course, last time we saw Yasuaki throwing in the batteries that they needed into the water. I really still don't understand why that bastard would do that. I know he wants revenge, but he's not only killing like everyone in the city, but he's probably gonna die too. There's no way he's gonna get out of there. But I don't know. But also, it seems that they have no contact with the JASDF either, so they pretty much know that they're not getting the batteries, so they're screwed pretty much. And Tina, since she's an owl type, she can see in the dark and far away, and she sees that the Gastier are approaching, and they still don't have the lights, and so Katagi, both the siblings, pretty much they say that it's either they wait for the enemy and perish, or they go and attack the enemy and perish. So it's pretty much a lose-lose situation. Not really, don't really want to do that. But right when Rentaro is about to, announce for everyone to advance and pretty much screw it, all of a sudden a bunch of the paper lanterns, the floating lanterns, that, yeah, I don't really know how to explain it, but the lanterns that they send out and they float in the air is like hot air balloons, kind of. Um, Sentenshi, along with all the people that are waiting in the city, waiting to see if they'll be able to be saved or pretty much killed, pretty much. Those lanterns were for the Genin festival, and so they released them all in the air, and they're pretty much she says that each one is filled with their hopes and prayers, along also with their will to live. And it's a lot of lanterns, so it's pretty much there's their light, the light they needed. And Rentaro talks to Andrew and says he believes that people have two faces, two, light and dark, and this is the light, because he sees that within each light all their hopes and dreams of the people, and it's pretty much like a motivation, kind of thing. And then boom, time to go to the fight, and the battle begins with pretty much like everyone just shooting, like they have like artillery and cannons flying everywhere, and I guess all the civil officers are moving up Rentaro with his group, and pretty much we get to see everyone be a badass. Tina blasting one with her sniper on top of the statue, Kisada slashing an entire one with just her katana. Then we also see the um, Katagi siblings taking down one, along with Shoma and the Gatos, his initiator, the girl that said she'd join up with him, take out one, and also of course Kagetane and Kohina helping out so that Rentaro can go ahead and fight Aldebaran. So after that, Enju and Rentaro start fighting him, pretty badass. Enju like blasting him in the face with a kick, and Rentaro jumping up, and then also like missiles on his back or something, kind of spiked rocks, and he's dodging them all, and he manages to of course break straight through, put the bomb in, and him and Enju run away. And I had a feeling something like this was gonna happen. It's kind of obvious, but it pretty much doesn't blow up. There's an error. Something's wrong with it. And the only way he realizes is that if he's able to punch it close enough, he could just start up the explosion. So, but that would of course sacrifice him. So him and Enju have a moment, and it's really sad. She's like, and then right when she's about to say no, don't go, he just boom punches her in the gut and just knocks her out. And oh man, so he goes off to fight Aldebaran and sacrifice himself. But as he's doing it, all of a sudden Aldebaran shoots out veranium corroding fluid at his leg gets hit, so his leg pretty much just melts, and he's pretty much screwed. So, but he still thinks that he could do it, so he starts crawling to Aldebaran and just gets whacked aside. And right when he thinks it's all over, he's dead, and they're not gonna be able to take him out, Shoma arrives, and pretty much he puts him aside, out of in safety away, and then he instead sacrifices himself, and they kill Aldebaran. After that, Rentaro meets up with everyone else, and very few, may I add, a lot of people died. But after Aldebaran died, all the rest of the Gasteria were pretty much clueless without their leader and just scattered, which made it easy for everyone to just clean up and kill. And the ones that they didn't kill, they just the Gasteria just fled away from the city. So in the end, they pretty much they won. After that, we see Rentaro, Enju, Tina, and Kisada in this place, and this guy comes, and it ends up being Kazumitsu, who is her brother, and they start talking, and then that's when we get to see that Monolith 32. We already knew that he was the one who built it, but he made it so they mixed ingredients with the Veranium so that it would be cheaper. But that's also why it wasn't as good, and that's why Aldebaran was able to go on it and not be affected as much by it. So it was because of him, because his greediness for the money, which also allowed him to be get higher up in his where he is now in power. It was because of that Monolith 32 went down, and the whole thing happened. So then they end up having a duel, Kisada with her sword and Kazumitsu with it, like his I think it was a spear, spear. And they both, of course, they're both Tendo style, of course, because they're family. And she pretty much just takes him out quickly, and all of a sudden his leg is cut off. And she says that the moves that she did, it has 2 strikes. And this is a little unbelievable. I could not believe this, but she said that the second strike is so fast, it's faster than the speed of sound, so you can't see it. And I'm like, no, you can't be that fast, and you would hear the sound barrier being broken. But whatever. And then thus he ends up telling her, because he doesn't want to die, ends up telling her that there was 5 people involved. Oh, this is also about they killed her parents. So there's 5 people involved, and that's including him, 3 of his brothers, and Kikunojo, her grandfather, and the aide to Sentenshi. So it turns out that this isn't the only incident. The Tendo family has been doing all these kind of shady kind of things so that that's how they got into power, how their name and stuff. And it turns out that the father, I guess he felt guilty of everything, and he ended up wanting to tell, go to the public and tell everyone what him and his family has been doing. So that's when they decided to kill him and everyone else, including, the wife and the mother, and obviously Kisada, but she survived. And that's when it seems like she's gonna let him go, but in actuality, it's pretty crazy, because she walks outside and he's all thank you, thank you, thank you, and she tells Rentaro to close the door, and all of a sudden she's she tells Rentaro that the second strike didn't hit his leg, it wasn't at his leg. So oh, what? And all of a sudden it shows on the inside going straight through his head. So I don't know if it went straight through his whole body. All of a sudden, and Rentaro runs in and sees on the lady blood all over and blood all over the place. And that was the second strike. The first strike hit his leg. The second strike went through his whole body or his head. And I was just like, holy crap. Do not get on Kisada's bad side. And him and her, Rentaro and Kisada, get in a kind of a fight, because she's actually at first, thinking, I killed him. I did it for, their revenge, because they wanted revenge against the family. But Rentaro's like, why did you kill him? That's not justice. And then she was like, justice can never, it's pretty much the only thing that can defeat evil is absolute evil. Justice won't do anything. That's why the whole Kagetani incident, everything else, Rentaro couldn't do anything about it. His justice couldn't do anything about it. but her, she's the only one because she's absolute evil. She's evil, and she's able to do it. And that's when she walks away, and I'm like, okay, that was a complete 180 of her. I did not expect that from her. Yandere, guys. But dang, I don't even know. But after that, Sentenshi is pretty much giving a speech. They have like a whole, I guess, celebration kind of thing going on, and Rentaro and Enju are on a train on their way there because, it's to congratulate them for helping pretty much save Tokyo. And that's also, Enju gives him a paper which has an oath. And the first thing on the oath is that he must not face an enemy alone. The second one is we must do everything together. Third is don't knock me out unconscious without a warning like he did before. And just as he's about to say the fourth, the train stops because there's an accident or something. But, thanks for their patience or whatever. And then Enju says, I wonder if it hurt. I wonder if it was painful. Was there anything that they could have done? And that's when Rentaro remembers everyone that died. He was like, having flash. It was like showing everyone that died, including the girls and everything. And he just breaks down, hugs Enju, and starts crying. It's a really sad, but cute moment because he says that, Enju, please stay by my side always, and don't ever let go. And then she holds him, starts crying, and she says, it's alright, Rentaro. You and I will be together forever and ever. And that's pretty much the ending. It was really sweet, cute ending with them together, but pretty crazy. Honestly, I felt the episode, it was kind of rushed. A lot of the season, I wish they could have made it longer because it feels like it was really rushed. This last episode is really rushed, I feel. I still give the review of the episode a 7 out of 10, but it was really rushed. For the overall season, it was a 7.5 out of 10. It was a good anime. I did enjoy it. Had a lot of good moments, but I still feel like the main thing, it was rushed. A lot of things could have been done better, but they rushed it, and it happens. But I did enjoy this anime. It was a really good one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion and review. And as always, if you guys want to comment below what you thought about the episode, or a question for me, what I thought about the episode. And also, I don't even know if there's going to be a season 2 of it or not, but if you want to talk about that too, then just comment below. But till next time, guys, hope you enjoyed it. See you guys.